I thought the guys showed up with a really good mindset today for improvement. This was obviously a bye week, so we don't have an opponent on Saturday. And the message has been we're our own opponent. So just making sure we came out with the right mindset to come out and get better. Today was better than yesterday. So Coach gave the guys the rest of the week off. It's some guys that got to get some treatment and do some things from a responsibility standpoint before they get out of town. But this is a much needed bye week for the guys.
How nice was that game for Jarrian? I mean, when we talked to him after the game, he said he's never needed confidence or anything like that, but it is good to do it on Saturday.
Yeah, it was good. The main thing with him is being consistent with his technique and fundamentals. And once he does that, he's a productive player. He came out and had a really good week last week, and it showed on Saturday. So for him, it will be more of a confidence builder in terms of consistency. Just making sure that he put an emphasis on technique every play, show that he can, pay attention to detail. And he did a really good job of studying the opponent that he had to face, and he knew what to anticipate before the snap. And obviously, anytime you can do that as a defensive back, you can put yourself in position to be more productive.
It looked like Kevin Knowles played a lot of snaps on Saturday. Just that responsibility and covering a guy like Josh Downs. How did he fare in your view?
Yeah, well, right now Kevin is one of our best 11. So, he's earned the right to be one of those 11 that take the field first play of the game. He's our starting nickel right now. It's important to Kevin. He understands the process and the grind day in and day out that it takes in order for him to reach his full potential. He's a student of the game. He comes out to practice each and every day with the right mindset and approach. So it's no surprise to me as a coach that he's one of the starters right now.
Did you have any reservations about matching him up against that kid, though?
Not at all. Not at all. We got total confidence in Kevin as a staff. He's earned it. And, he puts in the work each and every day. So it was not any hesitation when it came to matching him up against their best receiver in Downs. So he went out, he accepted the challenge, did a really good job. And, hopefully for him, that was a confidence builder as well.
You talked about the timing of the bye week. I know that might be the most important for your group, kind of out of everyone on the roster right now, just with how many guys you were without. What can you say about the overall secondary's performance against UNC, considering how many guys you were without?
Well, we went out, we competed, and we accepted the challenge. That is an explosive offense, one of the most explosive offenses in the conference. And again, we had a consistent week of practice, day in and day out. They did a really good job of coming together and meeting from a player meeting standpoint. They came out with the right mindset each and every day, and it showed up on Saturday. So for us as a group, consistency is the key. That's the main message for us. When we're consistent day in and day out, it shows on Saturday. And, hopefully moving forward, that's the mindset and the approach with what we do day in and day out.
The competition on one-on-ones like today, the Marion, he had to play with Jordan Young where he got a little physical with him, but then Kentron came back and got him on the back shoulder.
Yeah.
What's that competition, especially for those younger guys, to get in just one-on-one battle?
Well, I tell you what, the young group of guys that we have with Duke and Kevin, Shaheen, those guys are very competitive. And again, the process is important to them. They understand what's required in order for them to reach their full potential. They're starting to get it. And we're starting to get it as a group. And again, the main thing is just being consistent with what we do day in and day out, period in and period out, just coming out to be our best each and every day.
Let's go a couple more.
How beneficial is it when the same 4, 5, 6 guys are back there together week over week in the sense of them just understanding how each other plays?
Yeah, we're coming to grasp on, the guys that we can win with. And once you find that core of guys that we can win with and they get comfortable communicating together, understanding the big picture together, and studying film together so they can know and everybody is on the same page. We're settling in on a group of guys that we think we can win with. And, again, for them it's just continuing to be their best each and every day. That's the one thing Coach Norvell talks a lot about, everybody in the program being the best versions of themselves. And we're growing up as a group. It's not happening as fast as we would have wanted it to, but it's happening, and it's a process. And those guys are starting to get it. And, as a coach, that builds confidence. not only with us as coaches, but within the teammates that they play with. And, you know, the production is going to continue to increase if that's the case.
On a personal level, sorry for your loss, but how much did you appreciate the way the staff kind of helped pick you up, Coach Shannon?
It was phenomenal. You know, that was a tough time in my life from a personal perspective. You know, thank God I work for a head coach that puts an emphasis on family, and he allowed for me to go and be with my family during that tough time. And, you know, Coach Randy Shannon, he's a stud. You know, he came in and stepped in. He got really good relationships within the team and within the DB room specifically. So, you know, it was a smooth transition, and I was excited to come back and be a part of this family as well with Florida State. So I'm grateful for Coach Norvell allowing for me to go and be a part of that with my family. And, you know, now it's, you know, death is something none of us can run from. That's something that we all have to deal with. And I'm just grateful, as I mentioned, to be working for a head coach that keep the main thing the main thing.
Let's go one more.